Welcome to Leopard Farm. Back in the early 1990s, a lot of folks were convinced America's black bears were headed straight for extinction. Conservationists sounded the alarm, and the outlook looked grim. But these animals had other plans. With an incredible ability to adapt, black bears staged one of the greatest wildlife comebacks in modern history. Fast forward to today, and their population has exploded to roughly 700,000 strong across the United States and Canada. That success story, though, comes with a catch. As bears reclaim more territory and wander closer to people, conflicts have skyrocketed. They raid crops, tear through livestock, and rack up close to $150 million in damages every single year. In states like Florida, Texas, and Michigan, run-ins with humans are becoming all too common, and sometimes downright dangerous. To strike the right balance, hunters and wildlife experts are now combining time-tested traditions with cutting-edge tools to manage this booming bull bear population responsibly. Bow hunting black bears is a timeless North American tradition that stretches back centuries. For indigenous peoples and early settlers, it was far more than a pastime. It was survival. A successful hunt meant fresh meat on the table with warm hides for clothing and shelter, and bones crafted into tools. That deep connection to the land and the animal never really went away. Today, modern bow hunters carry the same respect forward, treating every trip into bear country as a way to honor those who came before us. What makes bow hunting bears so intensely rewarding is how close you have to get, often inside 30 yards, to make an ethical shot. You'll find yourself tucked against a mossy ridge in thick timber, glassing clear cuts along a mountain slope, or sitting quietly on the edge of an oak field at dusk. Success hinges on reading the landscape, understanding seasonal feeding patterns, and moving with the wind. Of course, every hunt still plays by the rules set by state wildlife agencies, which manage seasons, bag limits, and baiting regulations to keep bear populations healthy and the tradition sustainable for generations to come. For bear hunters, spring and fall are hands down the best times to be in the woods. That's when bears are out feeding hard. They're most active around dawn and dusk. Those low-light hours, when the forest is quiet and the air is cool, often deliver the magic moments every hunter dreams about. Success, though, doesn't come down to luck. It demands patience, rock-solid preparation, and razor-sharp execution from start to finish. Everything begins with scouting the right ground, usually public lands like national forests or state wildlife areas where bears are known to roam. Look for the telltale signs: fresh tracks in the mud, scat marks, rubbed trees with claw marks high off the ground, or logs flipped over in search of grubs. A smart hunter treats those clues like gold, but never forgets that a bear can smell you from hundreds of yards away, sometimes a lot farther if the wind is wrong. That's why obsessive scent control is non-negotiable. Scent blocking clothes, playing the wind direction, and keeping yourself cleaner than you ever thought possible. Move like a ghost, blend into the shadows, and stay downwind. Do all that right, and you'll tip the odds in your favor in one of the most thrilling and humbling pursuits in North America. That heart-pounding moment arrives when a bear finally closes to 20 to 40 yards. Everything narrows down to pure precision. With total focus, the bow hunter draws, settles the pin just behind the front shoulder, and sends a razor-sharp broadhead on its way for a quick, ethical kill. The instant the arrow disappears into fur, the real test begins: patience. Most experienced archers will back off and wait 30 minutes to an hour, giving the bear time to lie down and expire. Only then do they ease forward, reading the bright red blood trail like a map until they're shaking hands with a magnificent black bear. Welcome back to the channel. The African lion stands as the undisputed king of the savannah.
Moreover, the presence
its
of mountain lions is
echoing across the plains and demanding respect as the top predator in the game. These magnificent creatures can overpower animals up to 4 times their own weight, earning them a spot as nature's elite warriors. But as human settlements push deeper into their domain, a high-stakes clash is unfolding, one that's blurring the lines between hunter and hunted. Survival for these lions is no
If you are a
walk-in
hunting
park.
enthusiast,
It's a
please
relentless battle
subscribe.
where the odds are stacked against them. Believe it or not, only around 1 in 10 cubs actually reaches adulthood, facing down everything from hunger and rival animals to brutal killings by invading males. At the same time, when lions stray into human areas, it stirs up panic and peril. Just look at that heartbreaking incident where a young woman was ambushed by a lion right by her vehicle. She was pulled away in an instant, a chilling wake-up call to how fast hunting can go from 0 to deadly. Though lion hunting is off-limits in most parts of the world, it's still permitted in a handful of African countries to help control populations and prevent overgrowth. This isn't an activity for the faint of heart. It calls for real guts, sharp expertise, and pinpoint accuracy. Successful hunters hone their stealth game, donning camo gear, treading lightly, and decoding clues like paw prints in the dirt. They often turn to heavy-hitting rifles like the .375 H&H, which pack the punch needed for clean, ethical kills, ideally fired from no more than 50 yards away. Standing face-to-face with an adult male lion, a powerhouse of a beast that can tip the scales at 500 pounds and span 9 feet from nose to tail, is the ultimate test of nerve. Taking one down usually calls for 2 or 3 precise shots straight to the vitals, like the heart, lungs, or neck, to ensure a quick and humane end. But when things get hairy, like during a full-on charge, hunters have shared stories of firing off 5 or even 6 rounds just to bring the animal to the ground. Regulated lion hunting remains one of the hottest debates in wildlife circles. Across Africa, about 600 lions are taken legally each year, with Tanzania boasting the biggest lion numbers on the continent, seeing 250 to 300 of those harvests. Proponents say it's a smart way to keep populations in check while pumping much-needed cash into conservation programs. On the flip side, many experts argue it throws pride into chaos. When a top male gets removed, rival lions move in and often wipe out the cubs to clear the deck for their own bloodline, which can lead to overall decline. This ongoing tug-of-war between tradition, economics, and ecology keeps fueling fiery discussions among animal lovers and policymakers alike. Even with all the backlash, there's no denying the big bucks at play. A single lion hunt can set you back $50,000
with
or
annual
more
shooting.
before tacking on travel and gear costs, powering an African trophy hunting scene that pulls in about $200 million annually, largely thanks to these high-stakes pursuits. Still, experts are sounding the alarm, pointing out how it throws lion family dynamics into disarray and puts the whole species on shaky ground for the future.
Oh, watch out.
That's why a bunch of African countries are getting innovative, blending things like ecotourism adventures, cutting-edge research, and super strict hunting rules to shield these kings of the jungle while keeping local economies roaring strong. Out in the heart of rural America, a silent hunter is making waves. Bobcats, swift, cunning, and relentless, are leaving farmers on edge as they zero in on goats, chickens, and other small livestock. Each attack is more than a single loss. It's part of a growing crisis costing the agricultural industry a staggering $137.7 million annually. Behind every statistic lies a hardworking farmer, a broken fence, and a missing animal. This isn't just a fleeting problem, it's a battle for livelihoods. Stick with us as we unpack the real impact of these stealthy predators. The threat of
straight up in the air from
bobcats
the ground,
extends far beyond
potentially to
rural
catch
barns, striking at the
flying
heart of
bird.
suburban homes. These
My
stealthy
goodness.
predators can easily scale fences and slip into backyards, turning quiet neighborhoods into their hunting grounds. For countless families, this means beloved pets, dogs and cats, face the risk of becoming prey. The loss of a furry companion is more than just emotional. It's a gut-wrenching trauma, often compounded by costly vet bills or the heartache of replacing a pet. This growing danger demands practical, effective solutions to protect both our animals and our peace of mind. To combat this rising challenge, farmers and wildlife experts rely on a proven tool, foot traps. Among the most effective are jaw traps, sturdy, reliable, and carefully designed to target predators like bobcats. Engineered for precision, these traps secure the animal firmly while minimizing unnecessary harm. For those safeguarding their homes and livestock, foot traps strike a vital balance between control and compassion, offering a trusted line of defense in an increasingly unpredictable environment.
Yeah, there's the big bobcat.
Yet, even the best tools spark debate. While foot traps aim to minimize harm, they can sometimes ensnare unintended targets like raccoons, foxes, or even cherished pets, causing distress or injury. This has fueled passionate arguments among conservationists, animal rights advocates, and rural communities. Can we justify the effectiveness of these traps when ethical concerns loom large, or is there a better way to protect both people and wildlife? For those seeking a decisive solution to bobcat conflicts, firearms remain a go-to choice for population control. Hunters often weigh the merits of rifles versus shotguns, each tailored to specific scenarios. Rifles, valued for their pinpoint accuracy, enable clean, long-range shots that minimize animal suffering and prevent escapes. Shotguns, by contrast,